let's try this. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm Melissa Peterman, and I'm here in Canada with one of my favorite fans and friends, Mr. Riley Lang, right here, and he's going to be interviewing me. And it's going to probably get a Pulitzer. I'm just putting it out there. So watch out, Barbara Walters. And action.
What can you disclose about your comedy album? Does the material reflect what we already have heard and loved?
It will have some of the material you've heard and loved, but because we did record it in studio without an audience, which originally that was going to be the plan, but then we sort of liked the idea of forcing me just with the mic to use my voice and characters and be descriptive. So there's a bunch of new stuff, and I also have a bonus track. I did a little gangster rapping. A lot of people don't know that I've got the music in me, and it gots to gets outs. So also they left me alone in the studio for a long time, and so me and the engineer put together a little and you're gonna like it. Should I give them a sneak preview of one of the lines?
I think you should.
Okay, here's one of the lines you could hear in my song. It's, I'm a preschool mom and a gangster rapper, got high cholesterol, so I eat red snapper. Watch out, 50 Cent.
Okay, that sounded good.
It's pretty awesome. And it goes, Melissa, what? It's pretty good.
Everybody continues asking, will Reba make any special cameos during the record?
I'm hoping so. I'm actually going to start editing the album tomorrow. And we did some segments of me making phone calls to people, and we left room for Reba to be on it. So I hope she is willing to do a fun phone call. Okay. If not, I will have to imitate her.
Which might be just as good.
And it's really bad because I realized as I've toured, my Reba and George Strait are sort of morphing into one. I'm not that good. When I do the George Strait shirt and then I had a Reba shirt on, I'm like, I think I'm doing the same thing, and it doesn't sound like any of them, but it's fun.
You're signed onto the same label as Taylor Swift and Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
Does this add any pressure regarding sales?
I think it adds a lot of pressure for them. I'm sure when they heard, they were like, OMG. And I'm not sure, I haven't seen any of the documents, but I'm pretty sure that all of them sent memos to Scott Burchett and said, our albums can't drop on the same day because she will crush us. I will crush Taylor Swift sales. I don't think they even know I'm on the label.
How did Big Machine Records approach you regarding signing them? Or did you approach them?
Big Machine, it was sort of, they approached me, but I think it's because, you know, Reba's part of their family, and they were involved, or came, you know, Scott Burchett would come to so many of the concerts, and he would see me, you know, do stand-up and do stuff, and he was like, there's a place for her. There's not a lot of female comics who, there's a lot of female comics, many who I love, but there's a lot that are either really blue or really bland or whatever. He's like, you're really good, you don't cross the line and get too, because I don't want to be that person, and it's not that I don't like those people, that's not me. So he's like, you've got something really special about that. So he sort of approached me, and I'm not going to say no to Big Machine, and so that's sort of how it worked. And it was sort of evolved naturally through, I think, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm sure Reba and Narva helped me a little bit in that one, but it's exciting. I'm very excited.
And as you touched upon, your material largely reflects your mothering obligations and Reba admiration. Why didn't you instead choose to like bash celebrities like other popular comics do?
Because that's not me. You know, I mean, I'll be the first one to say I love it when you see, you know, like, you know, Chelsea Handler makes me laugh. Because when she bashes, she's bashing somebody who, she's saying what we're all saying when we pick up the tabloid. She's not picking on somebody who's, you know, helpless or whatever. That's not who I am. I don't want to get a laugh by making fun of somebody else. And I always think for me, for what works for me, and again, there's so many different ways to do it. For me, I need to be the person that's made fun of most on the stage should be me. And in a very self-deprecating way. And that way, it's not that I don't like myself. It's like I feel like I should be the one I mean, that's just what works for me. I don't want to walk, it doesn't feel good to me.
And when you're touring with Reba, George, and Leanne Womack, you're unable to perform your opening act. Does this make you miss stand-up at all?
I'm still perform it, but it's usually backstage for a few of the crew while Leanne is out there. They seem to love it. You know, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me specifically for that tour because just getting to walk out into those giant arenas where they've seen Reba and Leanne was there, and then they know George is. They're huge. The energy is phenomenal, and just even those 8 minutes or whatever it is, it's just a thrill because it's such a. The energy is just enormous because you know it's pretty much if one of those arenas caught fire that night, that's like the country music fulcrum right there. We would lose everybody. So, well, a lot of them. So it's just exciting to be part of that tour. And you know, even after doing this thing with Reba, I was just shaking because it's just so cool to get to do that. Mm-hmm. It's always fun.
When you're performing your own stand-up dates, did you find it difficult being upgraded to headlining status?
A little bit because. You know, there's a little more pressure. Like if they don't sell tickets, you can't go, oh well, wasn't me on the ticket. It's your name, so you sort of have a little bit of pressure. And as far as you want the clubs to be happy with the amount of people that come and everything, but not really. It's because to me, stand-up is, you know, I have many things that I love to do. I'm an actress. I'm a mom. I have all these things. Stand-up is a joy to me. And it's been sort of that thing that. I love it so much, but I don't know if that's going to be what I do all the time. It's something that I get to do, and I love it, and want to do more of it, but no, I love it. And plus you get an extra drink ticket when you headline, so it's pretty awesome.
And you've listed Catherine O'Hara, Gilda Radner, Lucille Ball, and Tina Fey as inspirations. What about them inspires you the most?
They're really strong, funny women, and they never were like the ones who would set up the joke for the guy. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things like, well, and they were just setting it up. They're the funny. They're not there to help someone else get the laugh. They're getting the laughs. So, and Tina Fey's a brilliant writer. Lucille Ball was a brilliant businesswoman. Like they were in charge of their careers, and you know they were smart. They were smart too, and I think that was what really inspired me. And there's a lot of women out there right now like that completely inspire me too. Even Kristen Wiig from Saturday Night Live, phenomenal. There's just so many that I feel like women are really. It comes in waves, and right now I feel like there's a good one. There's a tidal wave of female funny coming, so watch out.
And as you kind of mentioned, would you consider it more difficult for women to achieve success in comedy? And if yes, why do you think that's true?
I think it is. I mean, people, yeah. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago was it Jerry Lewis? Was not even 10 years ago he said women aren't funny. I mean, there is sort of that prevailing thing where, you know, and it's a guy's world, especially in the club setting. It's sort of a boys' club. And I think that sometimes women fall in the trap of, oh, it is a man's world, so I need to be tougher and brasher and whatever, even though that's not them. And if it is them, then it works. But if they're just doing it to try to fit into it, it doesn't always read true. And I just think it is harder. I think a lot of times, and I think it's harder if you don't have a funny look, or, you know, they think that if you're kind of cute, and if you're like a cute girl, they're like, well, they can't be funny, you know. So I think that's a problem. I think the women that are successful don't mind being the butt of the joke as well, too. It's like, I'm not afraid to look bad or look hideous, or I don't care about being pretty all the time on stage or whatever. Even though I hope I am right now. I don't think I am, but I brush my teeth, so that's good. I don't know, I feel like I didn't answer that right, because it's complicated. I just think they expect more. And this really was said to me once doing, at a club doing stand-up. And he didn't mean it in a bad way. He was being honest. I think he was giving me a compliment, but one of the guy comics came up to me and said, well, you don't have to be funny. You're so pretty. And I was like, I think you think that's a compliment. I don't think anyone here is like, gosh, she bombed, but her mascara was rocking. Like, I don't think that's true. And I sort of looked at him like, thanks, I think.